video on. I did go on the Pilates celebration day, which is actually all for instructors on Sunday, but I've got some things I'm thinking of doing, but I'm not going to probably do them tonight because I need to go back over the videos and they haven't sent the videos out from the day yet. It's trying to remember everything, but we did some good work on the hog. But then I know that not everybody's got hogs, so, and my hogs, spare ones, are in storage. But yeah, so that was good, and we did quite a lot of standing Pilates, which was interesting because I do quite a lot of standing Pilates always to warm up, and so a lot of it was very similar to what I do anyway, but you still learn things, so it's nice to do something slightly different. So tonight I kind of haven't made any major decisions about what we're going to do, but I think on looking at what we're going to use, I think I'm going to say weights if you've got them, and excuse me, loop band, possibly, yeah, we'll use the loop band because that's great for our glute medius muscle. So okay, we'll get started. So what we're going to do first, this is actually, I remember this from Sunday, we worked a bit on feet as well, which is always good. I just realised I haven't set the TV up. It's plugged in, so I'm just going to get you to lift your toes and then lift your heels. So slowly, so lifting the toes, let them relax, and then lift the heels. I'll let you just do that while I just sort this, if I can find the controls for the TV. There we go, I've got you up now. There's someone else coming in as well. Yeah, so it's just really good for your feet, and I think following on the theme with utilising working the feet to begin with, we'll do our little lift of the foot. So just really helping to mobilise. Do you like my new top, by the way? Pilates. They do all different colours apparently. I've got her card, and yeah. And then we're going to take that leg back, so we're in that calf stretch, but we're going to lift it and then lower, so you can really feel that stretch in your calves. What you could do is let's lift the arms as you come forward and then squeeze them back. So when I say squeeze, what I mean is squeeze the shoulder blades slightly together. Bit of coordination. Okay, then bring that foot forwards, and we're going to start just with, I'll do this side, just that lift first. So you can feel that in the feet. Okay, then we're going to take that leg back. Let's just go into a couple without the arms first, just to get that stretch, and then we're going to lift and then lower, squeeze into the shoulder blades. Reach forwards and squeeze back. Okay, let's just bring that leg next to each other. then I think it would be quite nice just to take the feet out wide and just start with a small bend first. We're not going too far down, so we're upright at the moment. See how your knees feel, and then you're going to push the bottom behind and stretch across. And now let's bring that elbow across. Is it cracking a little bit? We're waking up the body. I know it's been a week all day, but waking up and mobilising those different areas of the joints and the muscles. And now if you can go lower, 2, lower, 2. And then just move the feet to where they feel comfortable. The trouble with wearing socks is you don't feel very stable because they just seem to slip. So you're pushing the bottom behind you and you're going to look forwards. So that should keep your back a bit flatter and help your abs to engage. I think this will be the last one now because my feet are going to come out, fall out, come back in. It's very annoying. And then we're just going to lift the heel, one heel, heel, heel lift, heel lift. I'm just doing this with the arms just to do something, warm up the shoulders. Okay, and then we're going to keep just the heels just lifting a little bit if you want. We're going to take those hands together. And then we're going to stretch into the fingers. And we're going to take it up. So we're going to hold that stretch. So we're going to lift a little bit more. And then we're going to take it all the way down. I'm going to roll. Next thing, we're going to take the arms out in front. We're going to start just with the elbow coming behind. So we're going to try and keep the waist facing forwards. Crack. And then we're going to take the arm straight behind and bring it back. So we're trying to keep the hands in line with your shoulders. Should we just do one more on each side? So we could have done this with weights, but it's actually quite hard on the shoulders anyway, isn't it? Bring those arms down and then just roll each shoulder. So that feels like we've done a little bit there. Then we're going to take the head to one side. Let's relax the shoulders. Bring it back into the middle, over to the other side. Bring it back into the middle. And that's sort of something we haven't done for a couple of weeks, is taking the hands behind. And let's just start with just the side bend first. So all in your own time. Just want to get a little bit of a stretch. I want you to pull in through into your abs a little bit. You can soften the knees. Only bring the elbows out as far as you feel comfortable. Don't bring them right out because that will hurt your shoulders. And then with your sort of self looking forwards, you're going to do a little bit of a bend and a slight twist behind. So you should feel that in the other side, into the obliques in your tummy. Last one. And then bring those arms down. Does that get your shoulders? It does mine. And then just do this. This feels quite nice. And actually, I'll tell you what is quite nice is if you lift the heels and just bounce on your heels. And that kind of works into the shins as well, the front of the feet, front of the leg. I like that. Okay, so now we're just going to lift, let's just lift the knee. And just by lifting the knee, you're working into the abdominals. And then we're going to come across in whatever sort of, whatever pace you want. Okay, let's just bring that down. And then I'm thinking, oh, let's take the weights now. And then what we're going to do is you're going to stretch forwards, take the leg back, and then as that knee comes up, you're going to bring the elbows in. So let's work on, this is going to be a bit on balance as well. So you can slow it down, and that helps to work on your balance, as well as your abs. We've got 2 more to do. Okay, and just walk it out now. And then we'll try that on the other side. Stretch away, bring it in. I'm breathing out as I lift the knee. 2 more. Okay, brilliant. And then what would be quite nice just to take the arm up. You can do a little bit of a twist if you want to. You just want to stretch forwards and take the other one behind. Again, that's getting the shoulders, isn't it? Last one. That's good. Okay, and just give them a little bit of a ruffle. And I think we'll put the weights down at this point. And then what I'd like to do is if we bring the loop band into the equation. So we're going to take it and onto your thighs. Just above the knees. Okay. We're going to start with taking the feet out. They can push out slightly as well. And you're going to think about, before you even go down into a small squat, rather than, don't let the knees come in, that's what I mean. So before you even start to go down, squeeze that. So think that squeeze, squeeze, and then try and keep that squeeze. And just find what works for you. And as you're pushing up, you're pushing through your bottom. So slowly down and push. And squeeze the glutes right at the end, so you might get a little bit of a whoop coming forwards. So how's that feeling? I'm going to do one more. And then we're going to take our blocks, as long as they're the thin one. Well, no, they can be higher ones. We did it on the hog on Sunday, actually. But yeah, I might do that in person if we've got we've got our hooks. But what we're going to do is put our heels on the block. So it's like you've got high heel shoes on, and then just find your position. Now see how that feels now when you go down. Can you go down a little bit lower? And really engage your glutes. Now next time you go down, just getting my reposition, we're going to come down, squeeze out, come back in a bit, and up. So down, push the bottom behind, squeeze out, squeeze in. Well, don't squeeze in, but what I mean is squeeze out. And if you can keep that out squeeze, fine, or you might have to come in a bit. So can you feel it working here now? This is your glute medius muscle. We'll do one more. No, actually we'll do one more, but we'll stay down. So we're coming down, squeeze out and in, just a little bit, and then ready to come up, all the way up. How does that feel? Hard. You can feel that. So let's just walk around a second. Let's make my heart rate go higher. I've done spin today and I've swum. So I'm making the most of being a private in the Nuffield. I love it, especially the swimming. So what we're going to do now, oh yes, yeah. So you know we did this work where we went on to, we stand on one leg and we're going to tap forwards and tap back and just work on that tap. But what we're doing is it's that standing leg is taking the weight. Plus I can feel that here in my abs as well. So hopefully you can. And if you want to make it a bit harder, you can try, she says, just keeping the foot lifted for the most part, but then you've got to think about balance in that other foot. Try not to let the foot come inwards. You tend to lose your balance once that happens. Last one, because that's not easy, is it? And you can really feel that in the standing leg. So well done. It raises the heart rate, doesn't it? It's great. So okay, let's do it the other side, the other way round. Other leg. So start just with the tap, and you can stay with that if you want to. Just get a good position in your standing foot. And then let's have a go. If you want, you can just keep the foot, on lifted. It's hard to keep that. Last one. Whew. Okay, that's really good. It does put your heart rate up, because I'm just trying to, oh no, it hasn't taken my heart rate at all. It's just obviously, sometimes it doesn't pick it up unless I've got it on. I'm actually recording something as in Pilates or spin or whatever. So anyway, it's not picked it up. It says I've got a heart rate of 73, which isn't true. Right, we'll just do a little bit of the side circles for the glutes. So again, let's just, before you sort of, I was just about to start like this, really start trying to lift up through your body so you can feel the abdominals engage as well, and that will just help stabilise you. Just in a couple of circles, about 3 or 4, and then one way and then going the other way. And then after that we'll bring that in. Let's just work it off. And then take it to the other side, so stretching up and change direction. Last one, and then just walk it out. Okay, just keep walking it out. Okay. I think we'll take, should we take it off? Yeah, let's take it off for now. And then what's quite nice to do is take the hips around, back, side and front, side, back, side, and then we're going to come forwards, front, and then change direction. And then bring it into little. And actually, that's what I'll tell you what's nice, just do this. So you're just going from lifting the hip from side to side. Good, okay. And I think just a few circles of the ankle, and then changing direction. Click, clicky, click. They were laughing on Sunday because everyone was clicking, change sides, as soon as we did anything like that. And then change direction. We also use something called sliders as well, which I'd really like to use in the future, where you'd slide out and then come back in. So it really works. It really works the legs, the core. So yeah, that might come in the future. You never know. You never know. You're like in a big bad city. So yeah, let's get prepared to bring yourself down. So the band, I've got the band down here. You can bring the weights down. Not that I'm sort of probably going to use the weights significantly. What I might do, yeah, I'll just do the one. Okay, so I'm just going to bring everything down. And this one. How's that look? Yeah. See, really, I should come down with that, but it's just, if I start undoing it, it probably, it'll probably fall right down, so you don't want that to happen. I think, to begin with, we'll come onto our backs. Should we just stay here for the rest of the session? Okay. Yeah, so let's start just with our basic, yes, our lovely little stretch. So opposite arm to leg. Ooh. So it's just getting a stretch. Upper and lower body, working into the abs. And then when you're ready, we're going to come back to crook position, so knees are bent, feet flat on the floor. And then what I'd like to do is just put the arms out to the side. So you could use your weights
could use your weights here if you want to. Or not. So we did some work on this on Sunday, and we used after trying it, we did it with both hands actually. If you try it with both hands going back together, you can really feel the difference of one side that obviously is a bit stiffer or more painful. And we did a bit of a release on the hog, and it did make a massive difference, and that we were releasing sort of between the neck and the spine. So that's got a video I'm going to have to look at. Now go back to one at a time. And that will be your last one. And then we'll bring the arms down in front of you. So this is more arm work or shoulder work. So it would be we'll do the rib cage closure with or without your with or without your dumbbell. Okay, last one. And then bring both arms back down to the floor. Then we're going to bring the legs into tabletop. So we're getting the back slightly imprinted. We're going to just tap and bring it up. Just stay in that tabletop position now, and you're going to just push away and come back. So the arms can come up or they can stay down, entirely up to you. I want you to breathe out as you stretch and then breathe in. Now bring the knees into the chest. Just a little stretch from side to side, very small. And then we're going to bring the legs down so the feet are flat on the floor. And we're going to bring the feet together and just let the legs stretch and come down. Or knees, I mean. And then stretch away. Bring the legs back up, the feet back up. Then we just let the one come down. Relax your bottom before you stretch it away. Stay on that same side. You'll do 3 on that side. Let the bottom relax before you stretch. Now we're going to change to the other side. I do like to allow it to relax before you stretch, otherwise you're just rushing it. And I like to feel that relaxed position. Okay, and then you should be back in crook position. Yeah, okay. And I was thinking of trying to use the hog actually, but I haven't prepared you for it, and some of you have them, some of you don't. We'll just leave it. So we're going to just peel the hips off, as in the bottom off slightly. So just a little peel, pelvic tilt as we call it. So the thoracic spine, this is the mid part of the spine, stays on, and you're just lifting. So you're squeezing your bottom. You're going to lift and lower. Okay, so just relax there now. And I'm planning what we're going to do next. We're going to go back to tabletop, and we're going to flex the feet, and we're going to heel tap. If you want, you can come up, support your neck if you need to. So do what you feel comfortable with your elbows. So you don't have to be out really wide, because that will put pressure on your shoulders. Just take them to a point where they feel comfortable, but don't bring them in too much, and don't take them out too much. Then let's just bring the knees in and bring the head down for a second. And now we're going to take it back into tabletop. This time we're going to go across slightly with the foot. So stretch across. And again, you can come up to a lifted position if that feels okay. If it doesn't move you around too much, it's quite good actually, because you've got to try and stabilise yourself. We'll do one more on each side. Bring the knees in. So you should have felt that a bit more in the obliques, the sides here. Yeah, to stretch. And then from this position, let's do our single leg stretch. So we're taking that knee in, and you can have your lifted head and neck if you want to. Just bring that knee in and squeeze 1, 2 before you change to the other side. We've got one more to do. Bring the knees in, bring your head down, and just have a quick rest. Then we're just going to bring both feet down one at a time. And we're going to just lift, rather than just doing that pelvic tilt. Oh yeah, so that was interesting, because when you go into the pelvic tilt and then when you come up into the bridge position, where do you feel the stretch? And this was discussed, mainly in the hip flexors and obviously into the quads. This is what actually restricts you from going up any higher, because we're not trying to utilise the back like that, which is totally incorrect. All we're trying to do is squeeze glutes and stretch into the front of the body. So just roll down a second, and then what we did was we used the hog to stretch to put over our quads, and from here all the way down, And what that does is it releases it off, so then you can actually, just helps you go that little bit higher. It's quite interesting. Okay, so we're going to squeeze back up again. And roll back down. And there's another way of doing that, is doing a quad stretch when you're laying on your front and you take that leg up, so that's a possibility as well. And this time we're going to come back up to bridge. We're just going to lift the heel, one side each, lift and lower, and then if you want you can take the feet off and then both the heels. No, toes, sorry, toes and heels. Last one. Now just squeeze your bottom a little bit more, just see if you can just raise that a little bit more. Squeeze a bit more. Now half release and then squeeze your bottom. And half release and squeeze back up. Now hold that if you can. Keep breathing. Now we're going to roll back down through the vertebrae and stretch the legs. And then flex, point and flex. And then what I'd like you to do is just come up to seated however you want to. Just come onto your side if you want to. Make it easy. And then we'll do a little bit of side work. I thought that might be nice because we've got a weight here. Oh yeah, should we put our band on? Yeah, because we can do a little bit of upper and a little bit of lower body. I'm going to put this on straight away. So it's around this side. What should we start with? Should we start with upper body? Yeah, we'll start with, no, let's end with upper body because we can end with open book, which you'll find really nice and relaxing. So just into our normal position. So we're stretched out, we've got a little lift under the waist and the hips are stacked. So the one on top of the other. Feet are together and we're just going to open and close. So when we do that open, we're going to hold it for about 3 or 4 seconds if we can. 2, 3 and close. And we'll try that again. 1, 2, 3 and close. Quite hard, isn't it? And again. And we'll do that one more time. And close. Okay. Then we're going to do knee to knee and toes to toes. So it's a little bit more of a challenge with the band on. Okay, last one. And then just to finish that off, it's only a brief one we're doing. There is straight leg and circle. Ooh. Dog's trying to come in through the door. You've done about 5 going one way. Let's try that the other way. Hopefully you feel quite stable. And then bring that leg down once you're finished. And I like to always bring it forwards a bit, so your hips are facing downwards, and you can give yourselves a pat around where it is feeling a little bit hurty. That's a new word. And then we bring both blocks in, and we're going to bring the hands, the arm out and underneath. And what we're going to do first is our rotator cuff exercise. which is taking the weight, if you have one, you don't have to, put the elbow into your waist, you feel where your hip bone is, and you're just going to lift, keeping that elbow roughly in to your waist. And this is working the back of the shoulder. Nice and controlled. I think we've just got 2 more. And let's just take it to 1 more and hold it. Just squeeze, but very, very gently. And then just release it back down. Excellent. You can keep the weight if you want to for open book. I prefer not to. But if you've got a light weight, it's actually quite nice. Taking that open book all the way back and holding that lovely stretch. How are we doing? Should we do 2 more? Because we all love this one, don't we? Okay, how you doing? Right, shall we do that one on the other side? So legs in clam position. So we're doing that hold, that clam, you know, open and hold, 2, 3, and then close. And we're going to open it again, 2, 3, and close. I think we did 4 of them, didn't we? So we do 2 more, 2, 3, and close. 1 more. Open, 2, 3, and close. Then we've got the knee to knee, toes to toes. It's always more difficult than it looks, isn't it? Lovely, okay. And then when you're ready, we'll stretch the leg out and we're going to circle. And then we've done 5 one direction, let's do 5 the other direction. And by then you should feel that you want to give them a bit of a pat, just to release it off. And now we've got our 2 blocks. And we've got our rotator cuff work first. Elbow in, keep this shoulder relaxed and lift. When I say relaxed, I mean don't lift it up towards your ear. Forgot to say that on the other side. Just make sure you can feel that squeeze when you come up. after this one. We have 2 more to do. Okay, and then change it into our open book. When you're ready, keep that chin slightly tucked. Should we do 2 more? Last one. There you go. Pretty much done and dusted. So I think what would be nice is if we come up in seated position. First of all, we'll take the band off. And then what we're going to do is come onto our fronts. Into all fours. This is very brief, we'll do this. It's just lift and lift into a plank and down. So lift up through the abdominals before you stretch those legs away. So I don't want to see any bottom sticking up. That's it. Keep lifting up through the abdominals. Then come back down to all fours. And you're going to take the knees out wide. And we're going to come down into our stretch. And we're going to take it to the left side first. So we're stretching that right side a little bit more. Back into the middle. And over to the right side, stretching that left side. And then stretching, coming back up into seated position. And let's come up onto our knees. I'd like to do something different for a change. So all we're going to do is just take the hands on top of the elbows, pulling in through the abdominals just a little bit, and just a little stretch to the side, back into the middle, over to the side, other side. Last one. Okay, and just relax the arms. Come back down into a seated position, either cross-legged or to the side. There we go. And then we're going to lift the shoulders and release. And we're going to stretch the arms out. We're going to take a breath in and out. And in again. Stretch up and then all the way down. Thank you very much. Well done, everybody. That was a good session tonight. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see some of you on Thursday. If not, then I'll see you hopefully next Tuesday.